Hey, welcome back everybody to our second matchup here on Grand Final Saturday, and we are headed to the Prospect League here, where we got Origin going off against Velocity, joined here by our own media lead, C-Money.
Not the only one though. Co-lead,
Not
but
the only one.
you know, it's whatever. No, I love Moon, but yeah, I'm excited to be here. This is the game I've been most excited to see. Well, close second to rival. Gotta support my boy Seabiscuit, but yeah, this game's gonna be intense, and I'm excited for it for sure.
And as exciting as this matchup is going to be, we have a level 5 hype train all of a sudden. Um, large in part thanks to Intense Threat, who's gifted now 15 subs with a sub of his own. And also big thanks to Haley and Rob Espo / King Muff there in the chat. Thank you guys very much. I guess everybody's hyped up for this. Okay, he's just going hard. He's just gifted another 5.
Oh man, what a legend! That's that's some big number of stats right there for sure. If I've ever seen it, I wish I could watch, but oh, Biscuit's going in now. I
Your boy
switched.
Biscuit's going into.
Gosh dang it, Biscuit.
Anyways, the love in chat is much appreciated. But we got to get on to this matchup here. As if anybody missed it, we just saw Acceleration take down the Kiwis in the Novice League Grand Finals to get their back-to-back championship title. But right now, got the Prospect League. We got Origin and Velocity facing off here. And I know on the pre-show everybody was kind of favoring Origin, but Velocity does have a chance here, C Money, if they can show up.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have a chance for sure. As after the midseason melon mold, they pulled themselves back together, and Velocity was still able to take them down, even though they were a favorite running through the tournament in the 3 and 4 seed spot. But if Velocity can take them down, I think they definitely have a chance to take down Origin here. But it's going to be tough fought for sure, as Origin is on a massive win streak. If I'm not mistaken, it was mentioned that it was 11, 10 or 11. So that's
Yeah,
it's a lot of
definitely
pressure.
something like that. But I mean, I just the way Velocity played against Melons, yes, it was a sweep there in the top part of the semifinals, but it just didn't look convincing for me, even though it was a sweep. Just the way Midnight and the rest of the team was playing, it just looked sloppy. Meanwhile, Origin, they arguably took down a tougher team in the Vipers, who came from the lower bracket, winning 2 series in a row, and put up more of a fight there against Origin. But either way, I'm expecting the second of Benji's orgs here in the grand finals out of the 4 that have made it. I'm expecting them to put up a fight here, but I still think Origin or Gata. I just think they have the more solid roster at this moment.
Yeah, I definitely would have to agree. And, gotta vote for Jaegers. I love the mans. Plus, my original season 2, I was on Origin, and we got pushed out by Melons in semis. So I'm going to be rooting for Origin to take it back here for sure.
Definitely, this could be Origin's chance to win the second time in grand finals. Winner of season 1 prospect and looking to get one here in season 4 as well. And we're about to get this game 1 underway here for the Prospect League Grand Finals. Will Velocity be able to pull off the upset, or will Origin take this one down? As the 4 of us on the pre-show predicted Origin, and you just tacked on another prediction for Origin, so that's 5. Nobody's really rooting for Velocity here, but a good opportunity right out the kickoff, and Toby is looking to shut down all the haters.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do on a good cheat on kickoff, and Pygo just a little hesitant there is going to give him the shot, and luckily that was a crossbar in and not a crossbar out on that one. But it's a good strike from Velocity. Breaks the ice first, and they're here to play for sure.
Yeah, and another big kickoff from them, but a good pre-flip off the ceiling will shut it down for now. But still, off these opening 2 kickoffs, a lot of pressure from Velocity. As another shot put on, but a big save. Jaegers with a clear to the middle, and Toby with a ground pinch, and hold on. Velocity, they are coming out swinging.
Yeah, I mean, out of all the names I expected to play extraordinary well, being Milk, Toby's really stepping up for his team here, and he's now got 2, and that was just a great read from him coming off that sidewall there.
Yeah, Toby, one of those winners from the Season 3 Acceleration roster, but I'm pretty sure that shot was not calculated, but they will happily take that Velocity will. That was an insane ground pinch he got to put that one in, and If it was anything but a ground pinch, I'm pretty sure that Origin defender would have saved that. But again, 3 kickoffs in a row. Velocity, they are not looking like the team that was playing sloppy against the Melons. It's only the first minute, so plenty of time for Origin to come back, but Velocity absolutely exceeding my expectations as far as the first minute's concerned.
Yeah, Velocity is doing really well. They seem pretty solid. Their double commits are few and far in between compared to Origins right now, and I'm just honestly looking for Origin to step it up to see what the real contest in this match is going to come down to.
There's a back pass coming out from Lightning to Pygo, big clear. Finally getting onto this orange half for the most part. Bump attempt coming out, good play, but Midnight, the ball was shot right at him. He's following this one out into the midfield. Good second touch coming out from Milk, who sends it over to Lightning in the corner, popping it up high. Pygo there for the follow, putting the shot on, but a pre-jump from Toby with a big save. Jaegers with a big follow-up, and he's going to put that one top right.
And yeah, that's just kind of what you expect there, is a lot of pressure coming out from Origin here. Causes a little bit of a double commit in net, and an unfortunate side flip from Midnight is going to secure the goal there for Jaegers.
Yeah, it seems like Velocity, they just, the first few opportunities from them were off the kickoff. They're kind of just one-and-done opportunities. But Origin, they set up a barrage of shots right there, and Velocity didn't really know what to do with it. A few bump attempts came out, and finally Jaegers able to secure that big goal away after finding themselves down 2-0. Another big clear here from Pygo. Net kind of open. Can he put this one in? Off the sidewall. 2 players can't find the shot for Origin. Opportunity gone awry right there.
Yeah, it's definitely unfavorable if you're an Origin fan. It's not unexpected, or not, what should I say? It's not highly probable. Oh, we got a Rule 1 sitting here in the middle of the field. Camera zoomed in on that real quick. But yeah,
They knew where the action was.
Yeah. Not completely unexpected at Prospect to miss the open net, but it's definitely going to be something you shoot yourself in the foot with if you're down 1. But I think Origin, I'm going to bite my tongue before I finish the sentence.
Oh, no, he's going to get it. His Lightning off the demo spawn will find the save. Big opportunity still as Jaegers has to come in rushing and make a save. As the Rule 1 is now broken up, but it could be bad karma. But Midnight able to find the save after demoing off of the Rule 1. But Midnight not wanting any part of that, as he sends it high off the backboard, and the bad karma will not come back to bite them as Velocity get another big goal.
Yeah, I mean, Velocity, I don't know if it's big brain or not, but got the demo taken care of there with the, or got the Rule 1 taken care of with a demo and turned around a quick counter attack, and then really got secured with the Origin double commit there. But all in all, a pretty good play coming out from them.
And now that is a hat trick there for Toby, who has all 3 goals here for Velocity. And we kind of looking at Milk here as the MVP of this Velocity roster, but Milk, he hasn't even cracked 100 points yet, and we're almost done with this game 1. And Toby, he's just absolutely carrying with a few Midnight assists, and Jaegers trying to produce another opportunity, but missing out. Off the backboard, trying to get another panic for Velocity, but finally a clear coming out. Pygo now in the midfield. A little bit of time to work with, but perhaps too much time. As Lightning up early, not finding contact on this one. Now Midnight off the backboard, looking for the double. Finds it, but can't quite put it on the net. And a big clear from Lightning to relieve some pressure. Jaegers on the dribble, but getting shut down to the side. Now Pygo trying to keep this one in, but just a minute left now. Origin are going to have to find 2. But Midnight, lots of time left to work with, takes to the air. Down to the middle and 50ing Pygo. This one goes back into the Velocity corner. If Lightning can get a shot off here, Jaegers looking for some bumps. Couldn't find contact on the Midnight. And Origin's tried these bump attempts so many times, C-Money, but so far it's only worked out once for him.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Oh my goodness, is Pygo just with a quick backboard smack there and puts it home.
Yeah, they didn't need a bump for this play, as Midnight, he rotated the back post, which was the right option, but just, like you said, just an absolute banger coming out there. And he couldn't jump up in time, and that puts this game within reach with a little over 30 seconds here for Origin. Is now off the kickoff. Lightning up. Good opportunity here for Pygo to keep this one in. All the players in the same spot here for Velocity. If Origin can somehow get this one through, but now it's back on their side. A big 50 from Pygo to send this one out. Jaeger's there. Up early, banging it off the backboard. Where's the follow? But Midnight shutting it down for now. Final 10 seconds and rolling, but this one going back onto the Origin half. Could very likely be the last opportunity coming out for Velocity, but a big bang. This one might touch the ground though, but just not in time as that one touched right in front of, I'm not quite sure who it was there for Origin, but they had an extra half a second even. That could have been a tying goal.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate for Origin. Is that was a big clear and usually one that's pretty easy to turn into a goal, regardless of what ends up happening there. As usually the clears on those aren't the best, but I still think Origin definitely has a good chance overall in the series here, as it is only game one, and that was not the Origin most of us are used to seeing. So I'm definitely excited as things progress here to see how they plan to turn things around and step it up.
Yeah, perhaps nerves coming into play there in game one. Uh, Definitely seemed like there was a few double commits early on in the game, but definitely second half Origin played a much stronger game. And honestly, any comeback is possible. I think after what we saw in that first series, acceleration down 2-0 in the series, and then in game two, blowing a 5-1 lead and losing it 6-5, and then they proceeded to win 4 games in a row to take the Novice Grand Finals. So, I mean, not a good start to the Prospect Grand Finals here for Origin, but certainly looked better there the second half of the game, and they could come back rolling here.
Yeah, they definitely could, and hopefully they don't end up dropping that game too in an awkward fashion, just like Acceleration did. But only time will tell here as we're about to get game two underway.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll have to see if these kickoffs come into play here again, as once again, Velocity winning it out, and opening pressure will go to them. Pygo off the backboard, but only to Midnight, who will send this one into the corner. A follow from Jaegers, but beat out by Melk. Melk looking for the pass in the middle, and there it is, but a big save from Pygo as Toby was looking for his 4th goal of the series. But still, this pressure, these opening 30 seconds going to Velocity. Pygo with a big whiff. Jaeger's going to have to bail him out, and he does, getting his way through 2. He's going to steal the boost and follow this one up into the corner, looking for the pass to the middle, over to Lightning. But Lightning too slow on the draw. But Pygo trying to keep it dangerous, but quite messing up the air dribble right there. And now Lightning back in his own half, making another big save. As a demo came out. Once again, C-Money, this Origin roster can't really get a shot on the board here in this opening minute.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what it is, as this is definitely not what I was expecting from them. It might be the nerves of the game, and hopefully they settle down soon. But oh my goodness, is an unfortunate miss in front of net. Allows Toby just to get a free shot.
And just Lightning, it just seems like Lightning and Pygo, that's a few times where they've jumped up and they just haven't made a touch. Not that Jaegers hasn't made mistakes either, but just Jaegers, he's looked solid on defense and offense so far, and Pygo and Lightning, they kind of just need to calm down, get their heads back in the game, as that was another big whiff. Now Toby has found his 4th goal. It's Lightning on the opposite side looking to make up for that opportunity. Jaegers off the back wall, and this one's going to sink in, as Midnight this time couldn't find the touch on the other end.
I mean, that's just pure speed. I mean, that was a good pass down to the middle, and fortunate for him, he gets the angle as well to sink that shot. And overall, that should just give some good momentum towards Origin to tie this up. And if I'm not mistaken, the first time tied besides 0-0.
Yeah, definitely. And even though Origin got a goal right there, good angle from Jaegers to sneak that one in. I'm pretty sure he was looking for the pass, and then once again, neither Lightning or Pygo was ready for the pass down to the middle, and either they're going to have to start playing more aggressive with their second and third man, or they're going to have to completely rely on these solo plays. And I don't know, it just seems like Origin, this rotation's a little too spaced out at the moment.
Yeah, Origin definitely a little spaced out and a little, I don't know, hesitant, I guess is the best word for it. They seem like they're trying to slow play it and play meticulous and keep it perfect, when I'm sure if they just played their own game, they'd be in a much better situation than they are now, as Oh man, an unfortunate team bump there, and that's gonna give Toby his fifth. Just a nice little snipe to the bottom nine.
Yeah, and maybe we wanted them to play closer together, but not that close together as a bump coming out between Jaegers and Pygo. And I mean, Milk's stepped up in this game. He's got 2 assists here, but still Toby has all the goals here for Velocity, all 5. And surprisingly enough, it's working for Velocity at the moment, but just kind of seems like Origin are beating themselves. Let's see if they can get one on the counterattack. The Midnight over to Toby, looking for a 6, but high off the crossbar. Midnight sending it off the backboard as well. Clear coming out, but Milk there in the midfield to get this one. But one of the misses from the Velocity players. 2 of these Origin players right next to each other, and neither finding contact on the ball. Midnight back to the middle to Toby. Up high, but Milk getting harassed from Pygo in the back. Here's Lightning, high off the backboard. Is there a follow-up from Origin? Here's Pygo trying to snipe the right side, but Toby cutting it off early. Now Midnight to the dribble, big flick, and this one just off the backboard, and there's another one for Toby.
Toby just going absolutely insane today, and Midnight showing up a little bit on this play here as he gets a nice little dribble to end it off with an even more beautiful flick and just lands right in Toby's face for an easy goal there. And really, honestly, not much you could do if you're Origin in that one, but we'll see if they can find an answer here soon.
Yeah, I think that was the first time that Origin really got outplayed on a goal. I think the first 2 goals they've given up in this game were kind of just big mistakes and opportunities that they've gifted to Velocity, but definitely a really solid play there for Velocity. Big flick from Midnight, and the big shot coming out from Toby, because now all 6 belong to him. Although a big whiff from the man right there, but still Milk able to keep this one in this blue half for now. Big 50 from Pygo as he takes to the dribble. Trying to follow it up, but he doesn't have much boost. Now Toby will take this one to the opposite side. Lightning looking for the big clear. Air dribble over 1. Air dribble past 2. As Toby sends it to his own corner. Pygo for the follow. Midnight up. Sneaking it past Jaegers, and Lightning commits to that as a ballsy third man push, and Milk, surely he'll put it in, and finally somebody other than Toby will be on the board for Velocity.
Well, it's the man everybody wanted to see out here, Milk. Good recognition of the open net there. He had it all the way against the wall and was able to cut it in just in time. Any later, and he would have been looking to pass it to a teammate and hope that they still get the score.
Yeah, and just another crucial mistake there. Another goal that was gifted to Velocity. Not that Velocity are playing bad by any means. They're completely dominating in the shot department as a 5th one is gonna roll in for them, putting them at 5 for 11. And it just looks like Origin's falling apart right now.
Yeah, that's just a fast challenge coming from Toby. Sends it right on net, and Pygo in an awkward situation couldn't find the touch on that one. And that one's definitely unfortunate, but oh man. This is something else right now.
Yeah, it's just Origin, they're not playing up to snuff right now, and props to the other side on Velocity. Velocity came to play after I was criticizing them for that Melon series. It just looked like Midnight and company were playing sloppy, a lot of missed aerials, a lot of missed opportunities, but certainly no opportunities have gone amiss here, as Velocity now with 8 goals in the series to Origin's 3. Jaegers looking for some sort of momentum heading into Game 3, but couldn't find it. Last minute opportunity of Jaegers putting it into the corner, but it will touch the ground. And you have to think that that's an unfortunate game to give up, but now they're down 2-0. If they just had an extra half a second, maybe even a second there in Game 1 to tie it up, bring it into overtime, because now Origin, they just got dominated with 13 shots to 3.
Yeah, that's just a ridiculous number right there. And if you're on Origin, that's definitely not what you want to see in this next game. And they're going to have to do something and do it soon. That may be an unfortunate game to lose, but it's not the end of the world. They still have a chance to bring this one back. If they're not on match point, they theoretically still have one more game to give up, and they just need to get out of their own heads and start playing.
Yeah, I think they just need a full reset at the moment. Jaeger's not readying up, taking the full 60 seconds perhaps to try and rally the boys, try and come down from this 2-0 deficit in the series. As it, at times it looked like they were playing good, but it just seems like the defense and rotation, and it looks like all parts of their game are off. All parts of their game are off their game. Every time on offense, Jaegers was looking for a pass and just nobody was there. On defense, they're bumping each other. They're either spaced out too far or spaced too tight together. And on top of that, the mechanical mistakes and whiffs coming out, and just Velocity, the more consistent team at the moment. But like you said, Origin could easily come back here. A little bit of a disconnect right there. Had a little bit of extra time, so it's going to come down to Lightning and Pygo here to support Jaegers.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it's definitely not gonna count them out yet. I know Velocity's been playing solid, the rotation's been there, but they haven't done anything super crazy yet to really make me think that Origin just might be at a loss. So it's really going to be up to either Velocity just to step it up and completely dominate this, or Origin to turn things around here and maybe start taking some games. But they got to take it one goal at a time first in this one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the only really notable goals there for Velocity was that great flick from Midnight and follow from Toby, and then that ground pinch from Toby in game 1. But other than that, just simply capitalizing off these Origin mistakes. Although here's a big start here from Pygo. It's a slow roller, but who cares? It's a big start here in game 3.
Yeah, just definitely not the touch Midnight was looking for there. Sends one middle, and Pygo, who we've been asking for, finally steps up, shows some speed, beats out the defender, and gets a nice little shot on net there. May have been a slow roller, but still went in.
And then a big kickoff from Pygo right after. Almost putting that one in right after the other one. It's now Melk to the middle, looking for Midnight, but Midnight panicking and completely whiffing on the ball when nobody from Origin was there. Here's Lightning putting a dangerous shot on, but a big save from Toby. And this is the Origin we wanted to see, making Velocity panic. Infield pass, bigger save from Lightning God. As now Velocity was trying to start some offense of their own, but immediately dunked out from Jaegers. And perhaps that little interlude, that little 60-second break, Jaegers or whoever, maybe even Rockerman jumped into the VC to try and get these boys calm and ready. But it's only been 60 seconds, but they're looking better as a missed shot coming out and another missed one. Melk looking for the third follow-up, and nobody could find it for Velocity. And this could be Origin's lucky break.
Yeah, that's definitely a lucky break for Origin, regardless of what comes out of it next. Is Velocity, I don't know if just the quick little snippet of Origin showing some true speed and true colors there is scaring them, but their shot placement has gone down quite a bit, and a couple misses too. And I just want both teams to play at full capacity, because both these teams are big threats in the regular season of prospects.
Yeah, as always, we want to see both teams show up to the best of their capabilities. As a pinch off the demo, almost flying in there for Velocity, but it seems like Velocity are having to rush their shots a little bit, as Origin's defense does seem to be a little bit better. Here's Lightning coming in for the follow. Midnight, he's flat-footed on the goal line after a little bit of an aerial show from two of his teammates flying past the ball.
That's just a good pass from Jaegers and a quick heads up from Lightning. And now both Pygo and Lightning have found their little bit of a groove there, as they both made fast plays, able to beat out defenders and put nice shots on target there. And now it's just going to be up to Origin to continue playing like this, to take this game and maybe even some more down the line, and hopefully get us to a best of 6 or 7.
Yeah, this is a big start here for Origin. Got 2 minutes left and a lot of time for a Velocity comeback, but we were asking for support from Pygo, support from Lightning, and they have not disappointed, as both getting involved here. But a big 50 from Midnight, with Pygo just able to get back in time. The follow-up there. Toby trying to capitalize. It's a dished off over to Midnight, keeping this one locked in this Origin corner. Pygo with another 50 to keep this one grounded. Although 2 players on the back wall for Velocity. Toby commits, but a big bump from Lightning and Jaegers. Won't be able to capitalize for a third. This pressure still on this blue half. But Jaegers following his own, looking for a third. This one gets dished to Pygo, big booming clear. Jaeger's on the backboard looking for the pass down, but Pygo a little hesitant to go for that one, and I don't blame him. Don't want to overcommit here in this final minute. Is this one sent to the midfield? Jaeger's there, almost edging out that last defender for Velocity. Has Melk getting a good pinch over there. Lightning taking to the dribble, but Melk getting bumped off the ball again. And Jaegers with just over a minute left, or not Jaegers, excuse me, it was pre-jump Jaegers flying in the air. C-Money. This is exactly what we wanted to see from Jaegers and the boys.
Yeah, I mean, it just took one of them to step up, and Pygo with the initial goal, you could see that it really gave them a little bit of confidence, and then Lightning got to get another one, and now they just made incredible save after save. They've got two solid goals, well-earned goals, and you can't really ask much more from any team, honestly, and it's going to be an exciting series for sure. Oh my goodness, Pygo trying to find the double.
Yeah, he was trying to find a third there, but ultimately they don't need a third. They just got to hold on for 20 more seconds here. Start getting their momentum back in this series as Jaeger's almost getting one. Pygo high off the backboard. Lightning committing his third man again. Not getting punished on it this time. As Toby and Midnight struggling for ball control here in these final seconds, could have maybe produced a goal for him. But ultimately, as the clock ticks down, this will be an Origin victory here in Game 3. And now the series only be at a 2-1 deficit there for Origin. That's a big shot coming in at the end, but Melk, he kind of pre-jumped that one to block it top left. My goodness.
Yeah, that was an incredible shot there to end that one. Is I don't know. I don't always have faith in things touching the crossbar anymore. You know, that it's betrayed me too many times, but that one was close. That one could have been a very perfectly slotted upper nine. But needless to say, Origin really showed up here in this one. Velocity, they struggled a little bit with it at first, but they definitely were able to ramp up there in the middle. And now it's going to be interesting to see if Velocity can continue to play at the level Origin just played at, and we'll get a really solid game 4 here.
Yeah, it just looked like Origin brought the speed game back to Velocity. No pun intended there, but Origin, they definitely speeded up their game, or sped up their game, and they just look much more confident there in Game 3. Everyone getting involved on all facets of play, defense, offense, the midfield control. And Origin just were the more solid team there for Velocity. Velocity showed up with 6 shots of their own, but nothing too threatening. There was almost a pinch off of a demo that went in, but that would have been more luck than skill again. And it's just going to come down to if Origin can remain being consistent, or if Velocity are going to keep taking advantage of these Origin mistakes if they come out.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting game 4, as we're not sure which way this is going to fall, being that Origin was only able to really perform in that last game, and it's going to be interesting to see if they can do it again here.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue it was a little close in Game 1. Origin was ramping it up in the second half, but just opened up with too many mistakes. As here's Jaegers on the back line finding a save. Giving away ball control in the middle, but still has space to work with for some reason, as nobody on Velocity wanted to challenge him quite yet. Bang from the corner from Pygo is way offline into the corner. Jaegers with the follow-up off the sidewall. Lightning looking up for the redirect, and he might have found it if Melk didn't find the save before him. Midnight up early, looking to follow it from the air dribble. Stealing the boost, looking for a bump. Couldn't find the bump, however. But ball still in the corner for now. Jaegers squeaking this one out back onto the orange side. As here's Midnight, whose aerials in this series have looked much better. I kind of criticized him in the Melon series for missing a lot of opportunities, but the air dribbles coming out very consistent from him. And we haven't seen much from Midnight other than that big flick to Toby there, C-Money, but he's definitely an integral part to this roster.
Yeah, I definitely came into this with the expectation that Toby was going to be kind of the third man role that, you know, we tend to joke about a lot, but is very much important. And he's definitely been their number one, their all-star for this series so far. And now it's going to be up to Midnight or Melk to really step up as the second all-star. because based on what I'm seeing here in this game and what was shown in last game, Origin came to play, and when all three of them come to play, it's a hard team to beat if you only got one hot guy.
Yeah, definitely. If you want a grand finals win, you're going to have contributions from all three of your players. Here's another passing play, but again, too slow and shut down from velocity too early. It's a double whiff on the goal line. We'll leave Origin. And now Jaeger's following it. Getting a good 50, keeping it in the orange half, but Midnight following it once again. Net kind of open, can't find the shot. Can he find the double? He takes it away from Toby. Unintentional or not, he didn't have any boost. He was just falling on the ball. But an opportunity gone awry for velocity, and Origin will be lucky for that. But definitely in this game, this is still a confident Origin we are seeing. As Jaeger's looking for a big one right there, but the confidence still coming out for Origin here in Game 4, C-Money.
Yeah, this confidence is great, and this is what you expect from him. You don't go 15-3 lacking the confidence, and if anybody has a lot of it, it's Origin. They're definitely very confident in themselves, and they're starting to show it here. This is definitely the fastest we've ever seen in this series so far.
Yeah, definitely. They are ramping it up. They got a little bit lucky that Midnight balled out his teammate and they didn't go down 1-0 early, but not many shots for either team. As hold on. Milk getting a good save off to the side. As just before that opportunity, there was only 3 shots for both teams with about a minute and a half left on the clock. Not much offense, a lot of midfield control as here's Jaeger's coming in, but Midnight again shutting down another opportunity from Lightning God. That's about the 3rd or 4th time Lightning has had an opportunity, but he's just not fast enough despite his name. He's not lightning quick. As hold on, big dunk, but just offline. And go for it, C-Money.
Yeah, Lightning God's not playing slow. He's playing well positionally. It's just they're getting kind of pre-jumped in some situations, it feels like, as these guys are going up really quick or a little early, and it's working out for them so far as velocity. But, oh my goodness, Toby with an incredible save. I thought that was going to be a free one.
Yeah, I couldn't even see him off the camera. I don't know. It was like a half squishy. He came off the back wall and jumped down and found it, I think. But a big save to keep this one at a 0-0 margin, and we could likely be heading to overtime and having to wait there for the decider. But 2 players in the corner for Origin. The double commit coming out. Milk can't find the shot. Hard angle from him, but still a workable shot from the man we know. There's now this one opposite corner there. Lightning trying to finally secure an opportunity. Big 50 off the backboard. Pygo up, but it's just off the crossbar again. Jaeger's trying to turn around. 50 to the mid. Lightning there again. Shot on as double commit coming out, but Midnight with another big save. Final pressure for Origin is just too heavy, and again, a huge save from Toby, and they're holding on. Ball still locked up on the ceiling. Pass in the middle. Once more, Pygo there, and it's sent to the ground, and a barrage of shots from Origin were parried away from Velocity. My goodness.
Yeah, I'm greatly confused. I could have sworn that Origin and Velocity were prospects, but that gameplay between the saves, the caliber of shots there was definitely some very high tier stuff and some very good stuff, as that was just incredible by both teams, and I'm really getting ramped up for this series now.
Yeah, definitely. We are headed to overtime. We are in overtime for Game 4 here. Midnight looking for the dribble flick, but getting hard 50 back to his own side. And honestly, Origin, I really feel like they needed to get that. And again, off the kickoff in overtime, accuracy was an issue. Another missed shot right there from Jaegers. And they've got the shot department nailed down. They're sitting at 12. They haven't been able to find a goal yet. Got to just work on this accuracy. But the Velocity defense surely showing up to play as well, blocking 10 of their 12 shots. Here's another one. Milk right on the goal line, halfway in. Big flick over one. Pass over to Midnight. Double commit coming out from Origin, as Pygo was looking for the follow. And a lot of space being given here, but Jaeger's too far back in the midfield on the other side as well. And big bang up to the backboard. Pygo with the return. Bit of a pre-jump there from one of the Origin players. Toby looking for the follow. Well, there's Milk, but shut down from Pygo. And it's just a display of defense at the moment from both these two teams.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not that the shots are not half bad. I mean, they could probably be a little bit faster, in some cases a little bit more accurate, but all in all, these are some really good shots and just happen to be even better saves coming out.
Yeah, and oh my goodness, Pygo, if he just flicked that one a little bit earlier, it could have been a runaway from Origin, but shut down from Velocity like it has been all game. Big clear from Pygo again, running out of boost, but forcing Toby to hit it off his own corner. Here's Lightning for the shot. It's going to get pinched off. And finally, Lightning got the opportunity he's been waiting for all game.
Yeah, and I mean, when you just start playing so fast and just going so crazy, you just hit the zone. And that's what that was there by Lightning. Hits the zone, finds the angle, gets it nicked off the other person's car a little bit to gain some speed, and that was all she wrote in that overtime, and that was just incredible.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, Origin. The shot accuracy was miserable there in Game 4, but they do not care one bit. They found the game win, tying the series back up at 2-2, ultimately finding, what was it, 13 shots there in Game 3, or Game 4, excuse me, but my goodness, it was just solid defense on both sides. I mean, Velocity came up with 11 saves to their 13 shots.
Yeah, and when you only have two that are supposed to be on target and miss, that's not that bad at the end of the day. I mean, yes, you'd probably would have liked to make those, but still, the amount of defense played was just absolutely impeccable. And sometimes Rocket League be broken and say you have a shot when it's to the corner, but that's a different subject.
That is true. I don't believe that quite happened in that series, as I don't even think a shot was credited on that final goal right there. But hey, you know what? Origin will take that. That's just one less decimal there in the shooting percentage for them. But on the other side for Velocity, it happened very early on in the game, but Midnight, he was going for that double, and he took an opportunity away from Melkai, or maybe Toby, as another mistake coming out right here. Almost another goal coming out from Origin to start off this Game 5, but if that opportunity had gone slightly different, they may have not even needed to go to overtime. Velocity could have taken that one and been up 3-1 in the series, but that's about the one crucial mistake Velocity has made all series. Was that
Yeah.
double commit right
Oh
there.
my. That was,
But
yeah. I mean, Toby with a great infield pass here, and he gets a little bump on Pygo. I don't think it really affected him, but Pygo just absolutely sends Jaegers across the net and left it wide open there.
yeah, he did kind of clap him, and I don't know. Jaegers was a little flat-footed right there. Maybe he didn't have any boost, but just a little too slow on the play, and Pygo was trying to bail him out and just couldn't get there in time. As I don't even know how many goals that is for Toby at this point. It could very well be 7 or 8,
Oh
but
my
Jaegers with the
goodness.
return, he was flat-footed on his side, but tying it up there on Velocity's goal line.
Yeah, Jaegers didn't want the package delivered earlier. Sent return to sender real quick. A great read from him off the corner too, and drills that one right where the defender can't quite reach it. And that's just an overall good shot. And I'm kind of curious now. It seems like this one might become a scoring barrage, and they might both say forget defense with how it's going so far.
Yeah, both teams 1 for 1. Much better in the shooting percentage department for both these two teams than last game. But either way, both teams, the more that they can score, ultimately the better. That is the name of the game. That's a big dunk from Jaegers. Midnight, awkward spot, but able to clear it away. Getting demoed for his efforts. Pygo getting a solid hit, but only straight over to Toby. As Lightning pops it up, Milk up early for this and kind of just dishing it straight back down, but Lightning couldn't find the touch either. As Midnight off his backboard, over to Toby. Pygo on the back wall, booming this one, and it just seems like Pygo, he was missing the first two games, but he's getting clanger after clanger here, games 3 through 5, C-Money.
Yeah, these clangers are intense. I honestly wouldn't even know how to react. It's, oh my goodness. First we talk about clangers, but now he gets a nice angle and a slow fall just to put it in a great position there.
Yeah, that was a solid read, and Midnight, he tried to scrape that one off the inside of his own goal post, but just a solid shot coming out from Pygo. Good shot location, and a really good pass to loft that one into the air from Lightning God. And, you know, games 3 through 5, we are seeing Origin firing on all cylinders, and this is what was lacking in games 1 and 2. Just nobody was involved. Just seemed like Jaegers was the only one on offense, but all three of them, they are working as a finely tuned machine right now.
Yeah, this is definitely what you want to see from Origin, as they've always worked really well as all three. There's never been a substantial standout character on their team, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of people would probably say Jaegers, as I always see him online putting in the work, and he's definitely the one I'm most scared of. He definitely makes the most touches. Whether that's because he's ball chasing or he's just that good, that's up to you to interpret. But
Yeah,
he's
no, I agree.
so, yeah, they're just a fine oiled machine for a 3-man squad for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And Velocity on the other side, a pretty good team as well, but Jaeger's the man we were just talking about, booming that one in just past that last Velocity defender.
Yeah, Jaeger's pretty sure he made a challenge within 5 seconds of Pygo putting that one up in the air, turns around, grabs his back corner boost, and zips right back up and sends that one straight on net, beating out the defender that was challenging the ball there.
And then a big opportunity off the kickoff. These kickoffs have gone Velocity's way all series, and that's another time they just haven't been able to capitalize on it. And a big whiff. I'm not quite sure who it was that missed out on it. But either way, an opportunity gone awry. Big clear from Midnight. Only to Jaegers, who will bang it right back here. Pi goes up early, can't find the shot. Where's the follow for Jaegers? High off the backboard too. Lightning not wanting to commit perhaps the safer play. But if they found that opportunity up 4-1, game 5, surely it would have been wraps. But now, opposite side, looking for Velocity to find something. Here's Midnight putting the shot on, but high off the backboard again. And both these teams, they're focusing on the power right now, C-Money, but they got to get the placement like Pygo got on that other goal.
Yeah, the power is only 25% of the battle. If it's not even on target, then what's the point of the power? And so far, it's been plaguing Velocity a little more so than Origin, as they've had 2 powerhouse shots go in, and then Pygo's nice little redirect. But it'll be interesting to see, as I feel like Velocity's playing a lot in their head in this game, more so than the other 2 they lost.
And then big opportunity here, but Jaegers finding the save. And another big block from him. Midnight, he's up early, keeping this one lofted right in front of the net. Jaegers missing it out, but Pygo a big save again. But yeah, I think Velocity might be starting to get in their own heads. If they drop this game, that'll be 3 in a row after being down 2-0 in the series. And this is exactly what happened in the last series. Acceleration, they were down, or Kiwis were up 2-0. Then they dropped 4 games in a row, and surely if you're Velocity, you got to nip this in the butt in the final 20 seconds if they can come back, or surely in game 6, final opportunity is going to Milk, but Lightning with the pre-jump, and Jaegers to boot, sending this one off to the side, final 10 seconds, and this will be the 3rd Origin victory in a row, most likely, as Pygo pre-jumping as well, and this one will touch the ground, and Origin are looking unstoppable right now.
Yeah, Origin looking amazing, firing on all 4 cylinders, and there's not much you're going to be able to do about it if you're Velocity, unless you can strike first. You're going to have to really be the one to break out and start the next game strong, as that's going to be the only way you can, 1, either keep up, or 2, maybe play a little bit of a mental game, be like, yeah, we can take this one first, and it might give you an advantage. But if they're playing in their own head, especially after losing 3 in a row, then that's basically going to be wraps here on this series.
Yeah. I'm just gonna meme on this for a second. But can we really say they're firing on all cylinders if there's only 3 players? I mean, there's only like what, a few 3-cylinder cars out there.
Oh, I was just watching a video on it too, and now I'm forgetting. What's the name of the triangle
I don't know.
piston thing?
No, that's not 4 cylinders though. That's just the shape of the engine.
Who cares? It's 3-sided.
Anyways, back to the play. A little car talk there. But yeah, I mean, Velocity dropping 3 games in a row. They got to get their heads back into this series, back to that game 1, game 2, where they were putting Origin and disorganization. They got to shut down Pygo right now, because I think the emergence of Pygo starting Game 3 has been the turning point here for Origin. And I bet right after he scored that great redirect, everybody on Origin was hype. And it could start with this kickoff here, as time and time again, it seems like every single game, 1 through 6, Velocity are winning this kickoff, but I think it just comes down to shutting down Pygo. C-Money, I don't know about you.
It's definitely a viable strat, but like to pick somebody and start with somebody, Pygo definitely showed up a lot in the last game, and he showed up quite a bit in the game Origin started off getting hot, but it's really dependent on what type of strategy do you want to take. If you want to stop Pygo, who's probably the higher scorer throughout the series, that's not a bad one, but I'd probably focus more on Jaegers, who makes the touches, continues to bombard the offense, and gets the defense in bad positions for his team to clean up.
Yeah, definitely, and even Lightning God has stepped up big. He's got a few big assists, just found a big save there moments ago on a really tough shot there from Velocity. Here's Pygo again, putting the defense in an awkward spot. Toby has to send it off his own backboard. Jaegers cutting off Lightning. Not quite sure if either player was going to be able to get a good opportunity on the net. Here's Lightning again on the defense. Not the best touch as this one sent off the backboard. All 3 players going. But a slow roller will not get the job done for Velocity. It's Midnight and Toby trying to combine for a touch. Milk overcommitting a little bit. Lightning looking for the bump, couldn't find it. Eventually got a touch on him, but too late. As Toby finding a demo of his own. And Jaeger's getting one to boot. And now it's a battle of physicality right now as another one comes out. And, you know, there's a lot of demos happening, C-Money, but nothing really resulting from them.
I mean, Jaegers is definitely the type of guy to return a package back to sender, so his demo is just probably him wanting to get one back on the guy who's on ball. But oh my goodness, oh what? Is a really good shot and an incredible off-own crossbar save comes out. But yeah, those demos, not the greatest demos, but they do break up rotation even slightly, especially in prospects. So it could have caused slight hesitation, relieved some pressure, or created some for momentary gain.
Yeah, and the demos might be affecting them ever so slightly, as finally Origin got a shot on the board, only sitting at 1 and just over halftime. Velocity sitting at 4. But I mean, 3 big saves coming out from Lightning here to keep this scoreless. And that just last one we saw a few seconds ago was just absolutely insane from him. But a big opportunity from Midnight. Pygo last back, getting a double off his own backboard to clear it away. Lightning up early, can't find the good touch this time. But Jaeger's bailing him out, setting it to the midfield. Beating out 2. Could it be a fortunate bounce off the corner? Can Pygo beat him out? But Toby, the quicker of the 2. As Lightning last back once again. Big shot from Melkai off the backboard, but couldn't quite find it off the side. As Lightning sending it to the middle. A little bit of a dangerous touch, but nobody from Velocity home on the offense. Lightning up to Jaegers. Jaegers with the follow and a good small ball passing play will allow Origin to score first again.
Yeah, that's just a great heads-up play there by Lightning God. Only getting the doink, allowing him to keep a nice control on it. Gets a great pass up to Jaegers. And Jaegers also only getting a doink, which allows for great control. Granted, Jaegers went straight in. And honestly, my favorite types of shots. Nothing too fancy, but just enough to get it off the defense. It's, oh my goodness, a kickoff goal going in the favor of Toby Taj here after kickoff a huge clear.
And Jaeger's respecting Toby a little bit too much, perhaps, who was following Melk's touch there. And a big mistake coming out from Origin. After getting a really good play, Origin was getting harassed on defense this whole game 6, and then they had a really good counterattack goal. But again, as I've been saying all series, Velocity with these kickoffs have just been dominating Origin. Origin can't seem to win any of them. And now Velocity able to finally capitalize off that here in Game 6. But here's Pygo once again banging this ball onto the Velocity side. Jaeger's off the backboard. Lightning to follow, but blocked away from Midnight. Pygo challenging early. A little risky, as nobody can find the touch in the midfield. Jaeger's taking control, looking to keep possession. Good 50 to the mid, but neither Lightning or Pygo is there. Pygo almost beating out Toby, but a little bit of a botched aerial coming out from him. And final 30 seconds rolling in. Can Jaeger score this opportunity off the backboard over to Lightning to the follow-up? Pygo smartly leaving this one for now, but a little bit of a mistouch. But Lightning to follow. Jaegers with a big bang. Almost putting it on net, looking for the follow, but blocked away from Velocity. And this is exactly what happened at the end of Game 5. Origin were just looking to take this one in regulation. Shot accuracy plaguing them ever so slightly. Bad bounce. Pygo can't find it. Milk with to the air dribble. Can he find this one? But Lightning pre-jumping him. And surely this one will touch the ground, and it will. We got overtime here on Forbidden Temple, Seabunny.
Yeah, and honestly, this overtime might just favor Origin, as they were not in a great position there in the last 5 seconds after that big clear. And now it's going to be up to them to build the pressure back up that they had lost right before we went to overtime.
Yeah, and this is do or die from Velocity. They have to find a goal here off the backboard, but Pygo with an insane read. Lightning with a good touch. Jaeger's looking for another doink. And Toby, he gets back just in time off his own post. Pygo to follow. All three players in the same spot for Velocity, but still able to send it away. Looking for the infield pass, but again, shut down from Lightning on defense as it has been all game. Pygo taken to the air dribble. Good 50 off the corner, but sent away. Jaeger's playing a little patient, but getting dunked out. But Pygo luckily in the right place at the right time. And here he is again. A little bit of a pre-flip, trying to follow his touch. As he gets dunked out from the side. Midnight with a really good bounce off the ceiling. Can Toby find the read? But the bounce, just not fortunate enough. He found the read, but could not find the accuracy. And this time a barrage of shots coming out on the Velocity side. And a demo. Toby high off the ceiling. Milk there. Not enough boost to get up. And Pygo again. This Origin roster, C-Money, they're just looking so good. And here's Pygo. He's going to put the shot in to win the Grand Finals. And Pygo securing the win for Origin after quality touch and quality goal this whole series.
That's just absolutely intense, insane, and that goal was just absolutely beautiful. Whole team play on that one with Lightning God on the clear off defense, Jaegers with a great pop, and Pygo with the amazing goal to end it all off. And there's nothing more you could really ask for to end the series, but to go down with such a respectful play like that if you're Velocity, because there's almost nothing anybody could do about those types of plays. They were close, but not close enough.
Yeah, and we were talking about the well-oiled machine of Origin, and I know that this truly is a good team. I mean, Jaegers and Pygo exchanging blows on offense, and honestly, Lightning with the passes and the huge saves in that Game 6. 3 big saves in regulation to keep it notched up at 1-1 at the time. And I mean, I know we didn't say one player was standing out, but I mean, I really feel like we got to give the playoff MVP to Pygo. Rockerman saying in chat, Pygo. And but that redirect Game 5, the game-winning shot there in Game 6, and just so many other just solid plays coming out from Pygo. But it truly was a team effort here from Origin.
Yeah, the team effort was off the charts on that one for sure, but Pygo definitely did stand out. I mean, Jaegers had some really good plays, but they were pretty sporadic compared to Pygo's just absolute consistency. And I mean, Lightning got on defense though, could also be a viable contender, and it's really going to come down to the stat breakdown. We're good, like that's going to have to be looked at if you want to really pick an MVP for this one.
Yeah, it's just absolute standout play from all three players on Origin. And unfortunately for Velocity, it just seemed like it was the Toby Taj carry. And Toby, he couldn't do everything. I think he scored 7 or 8 goals in the series. He did so much for his team, but I mean, unfortunately, Midnight and Milk just couldn't back him up enough. A little bit of a rotational error here and there, but I mean, ultimately, congratulations to Origin, who are going to find the second championship for them. In Season 1, they found it in Prospect. Season 4, they find another. But we're starting to see a pattern here, C-Money, where a team goes up 2-0 in the series and they lose the next 4. It's happened 2 times in a row now.
Uh, I'd be surprised if it happened in this next one. I think these teams in this next one, being Ascension and Motion, are going to be pretty evenly matched in a better circumstance, as Origin was a way bigger favor in this game. Acceleration also a really big favorite, and both the big favorites dropped the first two games and managed to come back. And now I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. I don't think there's a overwhelming favorite going into this next game.
Well, if you talk to Rockerman, he's gonna say it's him, and that's
That's Rockerman.
exactly who we're gonna see. That's exactly who we're gonna see when we come back from this break. One more final congratulations to Origin, taking the dub, winning the grand finals, and way back a few games ago, there was so much hype that happened in between, but King Muff had one more sub gifted out. And coming up after the break, we are headed to the Challenger League Grand Finals, where we're going to see if Rockerman, he's finally made it all this way. Can he make one more final push? And we'll catch you guys then.